My name is Kris. I am from Belgium. I am 27 years old, um, and I graduated in 2018 as a Japanese and Dutch language teacher as a extra on my master's degree. Um, and then afterwards, I went to the US for a year on a Fulbright scholarship to teach Dutch at the University of Minnesota. And now I'm back in Belgium. Well, from last year, I'm back in Belgium. I have a teaching job right now during lockdown. I'm a part-time Japanese teacher for vocational adult education right now. Well, I've been crunching some numbers. Um, so we have around 5,000, a little bit over 5,000 people who died of the coronavirus until now. We also include every elderly person who died from, I think, the 15th of March until now. So even we're not even sure if that person had corona or not, but we count them included as well, which is why our numbers are a little bit higher than some other European countries next to us, because they don't include the elderly people that died in the homes. And we have uh, 36,000 people who were infected or still infected with the virus, and almost 8,000 people who got cured of the disease already, and 1,000 people, 140 on the intensive care, which is still okay. We have, I think, almost 3,000 intensive care beds for the whole country, which is not a lot, but we're not as big as other countries, so we're pretty small. They also, on the news, they always show like this graph that shows like how many people are in intensive care and what is like the maximum capacity, and we're still now in like half, a little bit over half now, halfway to the capacity. So we're still fine. But I checked out, and we're on the 6th place in the whole world of infected and dead people right now, in comparison to the population, which is pretty high. 18th of March.
Okay.
When the quarantine started, so the lockdown started. So like now we have bubbles. So family units, if you live together in the same house, you're one bubble, and you are allowed to be together or to, for example, go outside in a family bubble without having the need to keep a distance of at least 1.5 meters. Otherwise, with people who are not inside your bubble, you're not allowed to be together with them. We are still you're still allowed to go to work if if your company can guarantee that you will be able to do the social distancing, so keep your 1.5 meters distance. If they're not, they should close and you should be at home. And then there's an easier process to get the and like if you're like without a job, like you get like some money, so it's like 70% of your normal wage, and the procedure has been simplified. So you get like, if you apply for it within the week, you will get your wages, so that you won't get poor. Although what is decided through the government and what's actually taking place sometimes is not the same. So there's a kind of a discrepancy. Like my brother, he worked in a production company, and they didn't, like, officially they would be able to keep the 1.5 meters social distancing, but they weren't, and the company wasn't doing anything about it. And then my brother quit because it's pretty dangerous. And so like, and also like, what do you do in that case? Like, do you file a complaint to the police to file your like for your company, and then probably the company will find out it was you, and then you'll probably be laid off anyway. So it's kind of, my brother was only in temp worker, so it's fine, but I think he's a bit worried. The stores are still open, so that's fine. There's only one person allowed per 10 square meters in the store, so that if your store is only 1 square meter, it's only one person at a time. And now families aren't allowed to go grocery shopping together anymore, so one person, even if you're from the same family. And and you're only inside the store for 30 minutes. Although from this weekend, the hardware stores are open again, and the flower stores, because people have to stay inside and they're getting bored. So to make sure that they stay inside and work in the garden or something, they made sure that the hardware stores are open now with the same thing, so people can go and find stuff to keep themselves occupied with. For every company that actually can make sure that you work from home, has to make sure that you can work from home. So the teleworking is very important right now. Although I think it's hard because the schools are closed also. So now all the kids are staying at home, and if you're like a working parent and then all the kids are home, I think it must be very hard. I'm doing distance teaching, which is very hard because I'm replacing someone else. So I only started when the lockdown started, so I haven't even seen my class, like none of them, which is very hard to step in and try to do something. And I guess a lot of other language teachers are also experiencing this, because how can you make your students talk? Like, how can you make them practice the language? So now it's just the classic fill out this form kind of stuff. It's very boring teaching. I have to remake a lot of material because most of the material was task based, but I can't do it anymore. Like, let them run around and be like match A and set A and with set B or something. I can't do that right now. So it's all just like, yeah, do this at home, write this for me. So it's a lot of grading, which is horrible. You can go to the grocery store. Animal pet food and animal stores are also still open, so your pets won't starve. And you're allowed in Belgium to go outside for just enjoying the forest and nature, and just go outside for like running or just exercising in general, as long as you keep your 1.5 meter distance. I'm pretty lucky since I live near a nature reserve, so I have lots of opportunity to walk. Although I think there's like a 20-kilometer restriction on it, because a lot of people were taking like the bicycle to go to other cities with the bicycle, and then you're like you have the potential to infect other people, because everyone like I don't know if you know, but like Belgium and the Netherlands are both very fond of the bicycle,
Right.
and people just go with the bicycles everywhere. And it's very hard to so now police are patrolling the bicycle roads just to check out where are you from and how far are you from your place and why are you there. Next week I'm going to donate plasma, because donating blood and plasma is still allowed, but then the Red Cross will give you, because I can't do it in my hometown, so I have to go to the next city, and then I get an email telling me that I am allowed to go further to donate. So you need a written thing from your company or whatever if you have to go further than the normal, and then like I think 20 kilometers, but I'm not sure about that. So now we're still on lockdown until the 3rd of May, but the government is kind of like, I think the setback of Belgium is that we have a hard time deciding something. It takes us a very long time. We didn't even have a government yet when the lockdown started, so we had to form a government very quickly. All rapid decisions, which is very un-Belgian-like. The media is doing a lot of things about, like on the television, they're really trying to keep the thing up, and then they're showing all these home videos, and they're doing games, and for the kids they're putting like challenges on the television, and your parents need to video it, and there's like how many bowls do you have in the house, and they have to check all the bowls, and they have like games on it, or little science tests, so like experiments and stuff, so to keep the goodwill in it. Although some people are annoyed and some people are just plain stupid, because we have very good weather right now. It's spring. We're reaching 25 sometimes. It's beautiful weather. The flowers are open. And then people want to do barbecues, and then sometimes people are grouping together for like 30 people.
That's
I guess. Yeah, I guess you have stupid people everywhere.
So thank you so much and stay safe.
Yeah,
See
thank
you.
you. Stay safe.
Doei doei.